Hey, how's it going, guys? MrBossFTW here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be explaining some interesting changes that seem to be going on with Grand Theft Auto Online right now, what that could mean for the future, some very mysterious things that are going on, and a whole lot more. So do you guys remember about a week ago when a lot of people were asking me, why did Grand Theft Auto 5 get a 89 or 90 megabyte update? And I had to explain that that was for an updater and a launcher on the PC, and for whatever reason, ROCKSTAR was making some changes to either glitches or bugs, or they were trying to remove cheaters from the game itself. And this is likely due to them mentioning something on their newswire where they said, we'd like to thank players for the continuing support on being vigilant and helping crack down on cheaters and malicious hackers. So that's probably what that was. ROCKSTAR just boosting their anti-cheater system on the PC, as that's primarily where most of the hacking, modding, and griefing with stuff like that takes place. And FunMW2 told us that the file update.rpf actually remained the same, which means that no elements of the in-game stuff was changed. Nothing was added or anything like that. So we just know that it was an update for the social club and for the launcher. Well, it seems as if a day ago, the exact same thing has happened as well. So I don't know if ROCKSTAR was just doing another update or if they were doing something different, but FunMW2 said this. He said the update to background scripts happened yesterday. It's to hotfix some dupe glitches. The value they have used is to force everyone to restart their game to download a new update. So maybe this is in part with what ROCKSTAR did a couple days ago when they actually updated how many cars you could sell. So if you guys are unaware, they changed the value in which how many vehicles you could sell in Grand Theft Auto Online, whether it's, 2 or 3 for every 30 minutes, or whether it's more like 4 or 5 or 6 or something like that. I'll leave a link to that video in the description if you want to hear me talk about that more in detail. But moving on and talking about this update, FunMW2 says the value is set to that incredibly long number right there. It is used to have everyone restart their game once it hits 4:30 a.m. to download a new update, making sure no one goes past that time without having the new update. And he goes on to say some consoles tend to keep using old versions, thus some people had the snow even though after they disabled it. So that's just an example right there of why some people had snow even though the game was gone. It's just sometimes the consoles take a little bit to update. Now, another question I've been getting a lot on Twitter is, why are the tunables updating so often? They probably happen about 2 or 3 times a week, and right now the changes are still for the most part unreadable, so we don't really know what is exactly going on here. But FunMW2 clarifies that the recent updates to the tunables are plans for the background script that he was talking about that happened yesterday at 4:30 a.m. Now, he says, I won't say a new update, probably a new patch for bug fixes. Really strange, a new update while the current event is still live. And I agree. And when I'm making this video, it is Thursday, February 9th around noon. And obviously we don't have a new update in the game, and we don't have any new information on an update either. Now, there was no guarantee something like that was going to happen, but on ROCKSTAR's last newswire, they said, stay tuned for upcoming info on new updates in the works for Grand Theft Auto Online in 2017. Now, there was no timetable given here, so I didn't expect ROCKSTAR to release any new information today, but a lot of people are looking forward to what's going to be happening in just a couple days on Tuesday. And you guys know Tuesday is February 14th, which is also Valentine's Day, a holiday that has been celebrated in Grand Theft Auto Online over the last 3 years. In 2014, we got the very first Valentine's update, which was the Valentine's Day Massacre, featured the Roosevelt and some new clothing. In 2015, we actually didn't get an update. We actually just got discounts and bonuses on the existing content. 2016, we got the Be My Valentine update, which featured the Roosevelt Valor, new clothing and masks, as well as the adversary mode Till Death Do Us Part. So it kind of makes you wonder, well, what's going to happen in 2017? Will ROCKSTAR continue the pattern and just simply do bonuses and discounts, or will they break the trend and add a new update into the game? Now, very interestingly enough, FunMW2 yesterday said, looks like they are prepping for a new DLC, not just a launcher update. And that is actually a link to the Steam database website where you can see Rockstar making changes yesterday on February 8th to both branches of QA Beta and QA Beta 2. Now, that is important. Now, when only one of them is updated, it's unlikely that it has anything to do with an update and more to changes that what we were talking about to either the social club or the launcher. But when we see updates like this to QA Beta and QA Beta 2, we do know that something is pretty close. Now, today on February 9th, there was updates to QA Beta 2, not QA Beta, so I'm not exactly sure what that means, but according to FunMW2, it looks as if a DLC is going to be rather close. Now, if this DLC is Valentine's Day 2017, it might look like this update is going to be a quote-unquote surprise, if you guys can see my air quotes, because there was no information about it released today. The only other days this would likely leave is Friday and Monday, even though that would be cutting it really close. And it would be very unlikely that they would do something over the weekend. And if it isn't Valentine's Day, then it's likely for something beyond that. And if I were to have to take a guess, I would say, we're just going to be getting some event for Valentine's Day that might feature some bonuses, some discounts, some double money on maybe the adversary mode we got last year. I believe it was Till Death Do Us Part. It isn't a terrible adversary mode by any stretch of the imagination, but that's what I can see Rockstar doing if indeed there is no official Valentine's Day update. And as you guys know, because we don't have any Valentine's Day content within the game that can be unlocked or released, the only way to get new stuff into the game would be to add a new DLC. So those are my two theories. We're going to be getting a surprise Valentine's update, or this changes that Rockstar are making to QA Beta and QA Beta 2 are for something probably bigger and better down the road that we'll probably see towards the end of February, possibly even early March. Although recently, Rockstar have been kind of mysterious with the way they've been announcing their DLCs into the game. If you go back to Bikers, they announced a release date, but they never really gave us more information, and a trailer didn't come out before the update itself. And then with Import-Export, they really just gave us the name of the update, how it was kind of going to work. They never actually revealed the release date. When December 13th just rolled around, they just added it into the game, and they didn't really say, this is coming out. So would the surprise DLC be all that shocking? No, and I think it would actually be really cool, and I definitely think it's something we need to keep our eyes and our ears looking for. So I'll keep you guys updated on that story if anything does change. Obviously, if Rockstar release any official information, I'll be sure to cover that. But if we get anything crazy from someone like FunMW2 or anyone like that, I'll also be sure to keep you guys updated, as I know many of you guys are very hyped and excited for whatever's coming next, whether it's Valentine's or something way beyond that. All right, moving on, there was a weird message that a lot of players were getting in Grand Theft Auto Online the other day, including myself, and this message could probably be pretty deceiving. So this was the alert message. It was: an important update is required for Grand Theft Auto Online. Returning to Grand Theft Auto Online and applying the update. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen this. This actually happened about 3 weeks ago, where the same message was coming up on players' screens, and it happened on mine as well. So I went back to single player, I went to online, and I obviously didn't notice any changes. So I'm not exactly sure what happened here. I'm not sure if this is the console version of like the launcher social club update that we were getting. If I had to take a guess, that's what I would say it actually is. So it's just simply changes to the way GTA 5 launches up. I don't think there's any actual changes that you'll see in Grand Theft Auto Online. But regardless, I know this was a pretty mysterious message that a lot of people were starting to see, and I even got it as well, but I didn't think too much of it, really because I know all the changes that were going on with Rockstar right now and everything they were doing for GTA Online. So if you get this, it's probably nothing. It's probably just like your launcher, something updated for the console version, and isn't any new content. All right, and really last but not least today, as I kind of predicted, it does seem as if there's another ban wave going on here in Grand Theft Auto Online. So here are just some examples, not only on the Rockstar support page, but also on various forums and websites as well. You're going to start hearing people talking about them getting banned or their accounts getting suspended, and that's exactly what's going on here. I'm guessing due to the recent changes Rockstar have made and them wanting to crack down on cheaters, they have updated their anti-cheater system, and whenever they do that, there is typically a period where some people are rightfully banned, and then some innocent people, unfortunately, get banned too. I guess it's just a matter of balancing that system out. So unfortunately, yeah, there is people getting banned, and I think that is an upgrade to Rockstar's system. So if you haven't hopped on Grand Theft Auto 5 yet, I would probably check out all your accounts just to make sure you're not banned or anything like that. And also, I would check your accounts for another reason as well, because Rockstar are still giving out money. I'm still seeing to this day, players are getting $250,000, various random amounts from Rockstar. I know many players that have gotten it for multiple days in a row, like 3 or 4 or 5 days in a row. Rockstar are just handing out money to them. So I don't exactly know what's going on here with the ban wave. I certainly don't know what's going on here with players getting multiple $250,000 donations from Rockstar. Just so many weird and mysterious things happening right now. I wish we got a more official explanation from them. But it's Rockstar, and they have their mysterious ways, and I think they're definitely going to remain in their mysterious ways. So many of the things that we see or what they're doing, we're probably just never going to know why. But check your accounts, make sure you're not banned, and make sure you might be getting extra money as well that you probably want to keep track of and also take advantage of. But really, that's all the information that I have for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. As always, I'll be sure to leave links in the description so you can check out everything for yourself if you are interested. If you enjoyed this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.